Ahava, blessings, how are you? And today I'm here to deliver the February message by Mary Magdalene. My name is Otero, and each month I'm delivering important messages channeled by and through Mary Magdalene. Even though I receive many messages throughout the month and lots of channelings, I choose 2 or 3, or maybe just one that I think are really, really important that I think we could actually work on each month. And it's really an honor to be here. I love being with all of you in this community, especially in this month of February, because it is a number 2 month, and number 2 is about the inner sacred union, and it's a very yin vibration, and it's also the number that teaches us how to be energetic midwives, bringing down all the potential and all the creativity that we can bring down from the etheric realm. So it's a very powerful month, and I just want to share 2 messages that I think were really important out of so many that I received. And one second, back here in my book. Okay, the first message is about the divine feminine energies. We know that the temple of the Divine Mother is really being grounded here on earth with the new earth template and the new matrix, and I know that all of you have been hearing a lot about this, but there's a lot of divine feminine energies being downloaded at this moment, and this may seem a little bit odd or maybe out of place, even though we know that the sacred feminine is really, really, really powerful right now. But we are going through this number 4 year, and the Saturn and Pluto conjunction, and all of these fears that we constantly hear, so many political leaders talking about the economic crisis. I've mentioned this before in December, I think, or in January, just trying to reprogram or continue the old programming, the fear-based programming. But that's really not happening. Actually, what is happening is something amazing. We are in the year 2020, which is a 4, but it's also a 2020. 2 is sacred inner union, and the 0 is the void, is the origin. So it's actually about really connecting with those pure energies of the cosmic womb, and from there aligning ourselves with the sacred inner union. So there is a big download on divine feminine energy happening right now. And what you may feel, maybe you feel tired, or maybe you feel very overactive, or maybe you feel like you have a lot of body aches happening right now, and that has to do with that the spinal cord, which is our central channel, is actually being reprogrammed to be able to hold these energies. So in this message, when Mary Magdalene was talking to me and giving me this information about these energies, really just passing through our central channel, but a lot stronger than before, because as we move into the energetic world, which is all this Aquarian energy, and the veil, there is no veil. So that means that there isn't that much of a separation between the physical world and the energetic world. So that the spinal cord is being reprogrammed. And the message here is that it's very, very important to rest, to sleep, and to exercise. And I think I mentioned this because she did tell me this in December as well. The body needs to move. The body needs to move so that these energies can be reprogrammed, and so that our central channel can hold the divine energies that are downloading in this moment. And I know this sounds very esoteric, and I'm a very grounded person, so when I talk about this, especially those of you who don't know me, when I talk about this, I mean it in very practical reasons. And we are in this energetic world right now, and the downloads that we're getting are very powerful. So our body needs to become retrained to be able to handle these downloads. So an amazing message was to drink lots of water, to do a lot of exercise, to sleep, and to use the sacred medicine, like especially the oils. I have the oils here today, which is the medicine that I work with. And Mary Magdalene used these oils as a mirror force. So use a lot of the oils And if you want to know more information about these oils, you can email me at info@anaotero.net. I'll leave the email down under the video. But you can email me, and a lot of the oils carry, not a lot, all of the oils have a spirit, because the leaves and the plants that make up all of these oils actually contain information from the planets, from the stars, and from light beings. So when we use oil, we actually they help us to recalibrate our energy and to align ourselves. And a part, they're just wonderful for practical reasons on a day-to-day level, to be able to function properly. Because lots of times we can have a headache, we can feel tired. So the oils are very, very important. Okay, so that's the first message. Here, the oils that I've been working with since January are Amaris, which is a very powerful oil. Amaris helps heal the sacred feminine in men and women, and it's really good for the nervous system and for grounding. I'm also using my favorite myrrh and rose, which is, I call the Aphrodite oil, because myrrh is the mother and rose is the heart energy, the feminine heart, and it's grace. Rose awakens our grace, so it's amazing. I'm also using Tulsi, which is an amazing oil for prosperity, with cinnamon, and Frangipani, which is an amazing oil it awakens our magnetism so that we can attract things into our life. So yeah, I use a lot of the oils, and then I use, of course, patchouli every day to ground. And so I think that's something very, very important that we can start incorporating into our day-to-day ritual. So that's the first message about the central channel, our spinal cord, that we need is being reprogrammed. So we need to sleep, we need to drink, we need to nourish ourselves properly, and we need to exercise. Very, very important. If not, our body will start to carry really, really dense energy, more than before. Actually, this is something very important that I do have written down that I think I should say. We can actually have a tendency right now to hold more weight if we don't allow the reprogramming to happen in our central channel. Okay, so that's the first message. And then the second message is really aligned to this month, this number 2 month, and it has to do with relationship is based on the law of polarity. And the law of polarity is that for something to heal and to work, we need to polarize, you know. And so when you think of the feminine and the masculine, and if we're in a situation where the feminine isn't being receptive, just say that the feminine is asleep and inside. I'm talking about our inner energies, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about how to polarize externally. If the feminine is on guard and is not receptive, and the masculine is on guard and not receptive, there is no relationship happening within us. It's not polarized. So there's a very deep, heavy imbalance right there. And that happens externally as well. In relationships, there has to be polarity. There has to be a feminine energy and a masculine energy, and it doesn't really matter who has it, either the man or the woman who's holding the energy, but there has to be a polarity. And I like to use the example a lot of the zodiac signs. And like, for example, the polarity of Cancer is Capricorn. That polarity needs to exist because Cancer heals through Capricorn and Capricorn heals through Cancer. So for any relationship to thrive, and for any relationship to actually be in relationship, there needs to be a polarity. If not, there is no relationship. It's just two energies working the same energy, and they're bound to do this instead of polarize. So I know that's very, very deep, what I just said right now. And I will be holding a workshop in English talking about how relationship is based on the law of polarity, if you would like to to know more information, again, you can email me. This is a very, very powerful information. And when Mary Magdalene first gave it to me, polarity, it took me a while to integrate and to practice. And now I do it daily. You know, I'm visiting my inner masculine and feminine to see if they're polarizing and everything in life. You know, and that's where I find my healing, my growth, and rebirth, death and rebirth as well. So that's the two most important messages, even though she's given me so many this month, and just the divine feminine codes that are so strong, that are reprogramming our spinal cord, and that relationship is based on the law of polarity for the relationship to thrive and to birth something new. So saying all of that, we're going to chant. And thank you for listening. And I think it's really, really important that these messages are explained and are transmitted, are expressed. And I'm so happy that we've opened up the online school in English. So you can visit that and you can find out all about the courses that we're doing. We're doing a priestess training as well in English. So I'm very, very excited about that. And thank you for your support. So let's chant. We're going to be chanting Avon Dishmeya, which is the first line of the Lord's Aramaic prayer. And just allow the vibration of this chant to enter our energy field. Thank you so much. Many blessings.